Friday, folks, and in this video we're going to be talking about the injury report and a big injury update on Halapoulivaati Vaitai, our guard who has been out since, preseason? So we're going to be talking about him and obviously the injuries, the effects that it's going to have on this game on Sunday, Lions versus Miami Dolphins. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a fun, sound idea to eat food all the way until you vomit, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can just spill your insides out. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get nasty on. Let's get into today's Lions injury report. Reminder again, the game is on Sunday, CBS, not Fox. Everyone always asks me, what channel is it on? I get asked it 100 million times. CBS. Right now, the Lions are underdogs of 3, and the over and under is 51.5, and I still think that is something that the Lions should take advantage of, and that's why you should go to chatsports.com/LionsBet. BetUS. They support what we do here at Chat Sports. And I think the Lions are and Dolphins are going to bet over 51.5. Regardless of the 3 points of who's going to win, take the amount over of points scored because I think that is exactly what they're going to do on Sunday. They're going to put in some points in this game. Lions offense will show up, and of course, the Miami Dolphins will show up. We got to talk about Big V, Halapoulivaati Vaitai. Is this the last we see of Big V? We're talking about in preseason or even in training camp. It's the last time that we're going to see Big V in a Lions uniform. Why is that? Because Big V doesn't look like is going to be playing anytime soon. That's going to be the pinned comment. According to Dan Campbell, talked about Big V, says he's doing well. I would say chances to play this year would be very slim to none as of right now, Campbell said, but the surgery went well and he's doing great. It's just one of those long-term things. If you're asking me right now, I would say it would be hard to get him back, but there is some good news regarding injury front, and that is Tommy Kreamer, who is our backup. It looks like he could be coming back relatively soon. We're going to be gauging his process right now, Campbell says. I would see him being back as soon, points over the next few weeks, possibly. Good news for the Detroit Lions, for Tommy Kreamer. Not so good news for Big V. In all honesty, though, is anyone surprised he's not going to be coming back this year? I'm not surprised at all. And could this spell the end of Big V in Detroit? Because the Lions can do a lot of saving by releasing him after this year. I still think he's a good player, though. That's the thing. Is this a recurrent injury? Not really. This was a freak injury. So could the Lions go in a different route? They very well could. You could go to the draft, get a guard who is going to cost a lot less. Lions save some money by releasing Big V. Take some of that money and maybe use it on a defensive player. Or keep Big V, the continuity of this offensive line that was supposed to be this year, for next year. Personally, this one's a tough choice for me because it's not like Big V is a bad player. He's not. He's actually a really good guard. Good guard for the Detroit Lions. Just an unfortunate injury that he has to have. So I think for this, in all honesty, I think Brad Holmes got to gauge, is this something that's going to reoccur in the future? If so, cut ties. Because we need to not have injured players on this football team, specifically with the offensive line. We need the continuity, and you can always find a guard in the third round. Hell, we found, remember, Ward Daddy, we got him in the third round. You can find some guards, third, fourth round, or whatever, or if they feel Tommy Kreamer could be elevated, Evan Brown, or a free agent, that is what they got to gauge. Is this something that's going to reoccur after he had this surgery? Don't know the specifics of the back surgery. It's one of those things. If they feel that this is not going to recur, it's a freak injury, he could still be productive, then keep him. I got no hate for Big V. Anytime a player gets injured and it's not something that's consistently in an injury problem, like Tracy Walker, it is what it is. Sometimes just it happens. It does happen. But we do got some interesting injury news for this game that we need to pay attention to for sure. No injury designation. That means DeAndre Swift, folks, is playing. He's not designated injury. So DeAndre Swift, gonna play. Will Harris, good to go. Josh Reynolds, good to go. TJ Hawkinson, Frank Ragnow, Taylor Decker, they weren't on injury designations. They are a full-on go for the Detroit Lions. Great news for us because we need everyone we can have against the Miami Dolphins because it's going to be a high-scoring game. I do believe they can put up some points. You know what's really good, though, before we get in the rest of these guys, is the debut of Joshua Paschal. I want you guys to show some love towards Paschal in the comment section. It's going to be another comment. I want you guys to comment. Put 93 in the comment section. Why? Because Paschal balled out in his debut, and I want to see him ball out his second game of the year. Miami Dolphins, show Paschal some love. Let's continue with this injury report here. Questionable, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jonah Jackson neck. Now, Jonah Jackson, that's interesting. Neck, where the hell did that come from? I don't know. St. Brown should be playing. I think this is questionable designation. I think he's good to go. But obviously with the NFL ever since the Tua, ironically, with his concussion, they're extremely being proactive on this thing. So he should be good. But the Jonah Jackson, man, he's dealt with a finger injury. Now a neck. It's getting a little bit concerning for Mr. Jonah. Hopefully he can play. We need him on the offensive line. If not, Skipper probably come up. Or maybe they move Brown. I don't know how they'll do it, but we do got some good backups there. And I'm fairly confident that these backups, if they need to play like a Skipper, a Brown, or whoever, will be fine for the offensive line. You still want your starters playing, but I'm not too concerned with the offensive line because we do got a hell of an offensive line coach that knows how to teach. Who is not playing? They're ruled out. That is Matt Nelson, Charles Harris, Chase Lucas. Yeah, that sucks for Chase Lucas. I wanted to see him progress, and you can't do it when he's injured. Mike Hughes, Deshaun Elliott. That sucks a big ball right there because he has been pretty good this year for the Lions. And Afutu Melifonwu, who has been injured, riddled. They will not be playing in this game. Deshaun Elliott, that one's the most concerning to me right now because he's actually pretty good at the safety position. He's been, I wouldn't say dominant, but he's been a guy who consistently hits his targets. He's one of the enforcer. He's that dog that you got, that you know he's going to give you that strong hit. He's been consistent defensively. We're going to have to look towards Kirby Joseph in this game. You know, he's going to have to make some plays because we're going against a hell of an offense that can go down range. So that sucks a freaking ball that he's not in there. And Chase Lucas, I want to see him develop. I truly, truly do. So it sucks that this man's injured. We need to get these guys on the field. We need to get these guys playing time. And Melifonwu, we got to talk about him. What is going on with this guy? Injury prone. We got to get these fellas on the field. We need your help. We need all the help we can get. But Swift, can't wait to see him back. This offense should be much improved with him in the backfield, running the football. The defense has got to pay attention to him. I think it's going to open up the whole offense. Hopefully we see an offense that's closer to the first 4 weeks than the last 2 games. We'll see, because that is the question mark. Has the offense kind of been figured since we went against Bill Belichick? Or is it because we didn't have DeAndre Swift? We're going to find out on Sunday. That's for sure. I think Swift does have a lot to do with it because he is a playmaker. He's one of the guys that defenses fear. He's one of those guys that you scheme around. So he is one of those individuals, and I'm happy he's playing. About damn time. Will he get a significant amount of snap counts? No, I suggest probably 15 times. But that's 15 more than 0. So I'm going to take all those 15 reps. Be excited out there for him to play, and that will be good to go. TJ Hawkinson, he's been kind of nicked up, but I'm happy he's still out there. We got to get him involved for sure. 100% we do. Follow me on all these social media sites, folks. We're talking about Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Lions Nation Unite. On Sunday, live watch party on my channel. We're going to have a hell of a fun time. Why? Because we are. And guess what? Trade deadline coming up here right after the game. Couple days. We're going to be on LNU to talk all about it. Be on my channel. Talk all about that stuff because it affects our team if we make a move. And if it doesn't affect our team, well, we'll see what the rest of the NFC North does. Hell, will Roquan Smith get traded away? They traded away Quinn over there, so we'll see what goes on with these guys. With that said, folks, adios.